All right, what's going on, man? Welcome back to the channel. This your boy Hood, man. Just hitting y'all up. Like and subscribe. Yo, we about to holler about this guy, man, Shannon Sharpe. As you all been seeing online right now, man, he has taken over every timeline with this situation he's going through. To be such a celebrity and then to be basically at both ends of the spectrum. First, you were loved by everybody, and now you basically the talking shit about everybody dissing you across the nation, even probably countries, because of the internet is the World Wide Web. So now people get to see you and kind of dog you out for your own personal choices and lifestyle. And it's kind of crazy, which obviously is going to affect his money. You know what I'm saying? Nobody's going to want to give you no money if you're messing around with somebody that what you consider be a little ass girl. You know what I'm saying? She's 20, 19, 20, 21. You 56. And look like you're not that really cool when it talks to you're not that really good at talking to girls. Like you don't really know how to have a conversation with a pretty girl and make her yours or date her long term. And it's crazy because he got kids. So you know that first point can't be necessarily true because you probably had to have a little long term relationship with some of the kids' mothers or the kid's mother in order to make that be a relationship to have a baby. But, so now you look at it and you probably got to say, well, maybe it's the money. Like, I'm so rich, I don't have to follow no rules. I don't have to do shit nobody else thinking or saying. I'm paid. I'm rich. So I don't know what y'all expected from me, but what do millionaires do? They do what the hell they want to do. So, you know what I'm saying? I pay for what I want. Like, you even heard the girl say it's $25,000 per cheek. So that lets you know she's getting paid from this guy. He's hitting her with dough. Again, it's like a guy going to the strip club and the girl just seeing him as a regular. And it's like, oh, okay, damn, there go the guy. But now you got OnlyFans and stuff, so you don't really have to actually go physically out the house to see the girl unless you just enter that particular way of doing it. You can sit in the house and the girl pop up on the computer. They live on their little websites or OnlyFans, and they right there in your house. So it's like, but then I'm sure if you reach out to the girl, especially if you're a super millionaire, and be like, hey, this me. We need to get together. And the girl gonna say, okay. She not gonna be like, no, I don't know. I can't. She go, this nigga's rich as fuck. Hell yeah, let's get together. So he's gonna be able to come up on girls off of money. But that got some big backup problems where, because the girl is not gonna love you. She ain't gonna have no allegiance towards you. She gonna see you as basically transactionary. And where it's just like, I'm just going to basically make money from this guy, and then that's it. And when you choose or she choose to break it off, she expect to be financially better off. And so I think that it's scenarios like that make these guys get sued. You got millions of dollars. You probably did pay her for some coochie. You probably did pay her for her time or whatever services she provide off of her little page. But they want you to take care of them. They want mansions now. They want car notes paid. They want to take care of their mother. They want to buy a house for their family member. So they see you as that. They don't look at you as, oh, I'm finna get a job. I'm going to work my butt off from my 20s all the way up to my 50s. The hell no. If I met you and you actually talked to me and made me your friend some kind of way, it's on. It's on. And that he got city slicked, if you will. He from the South. He down South guy. Maybe talking to girls is different down there. Maybe, spending money on a girl means something more than it probably mean up in the North. Now you're dealing with some girl who's an online whore or online prostitute or online, I don't know what you want to call her. That's all alleged to. She's online, got a service, if you call it that, because whatever she call herself. Doing on OnlyFans, that's how he probably got so admiring her, you know what I'm saying? Because you can see him right there on the phone or right on your computer, like, damn, that shit, oh my gosh, she look good. And she'll talk to you and be personable, maybe even let you get a chance to meet her. And then if she kinky or wild and do whatever you want her to do, because you're going to pay for it, she'll do it. It's going to be hard to not want to get with that girl. You be like, hold up, wait a minute. She'll do anything I ask. Wait, if all I got to do is tell her. And then if she don't want to do it, I can just pay her. Well, that's a little thing I'm willing to try to test out and keep seeing what's to this. So a girl going to still feel funny because she giving up her body. You heard the statements. She giving up, and they all feel like, oh, if I'm having sex, it's more emotion involved. It's not just me, wham, bam. It's more like I'm giving you some of me, and all this stuff. A lot of times, how some females feel, and then in the world, they make it like females obviously could change their mind at any time. So she could be telling you yes, you can get some the whole time, all the way up to the moment that she say no, and you could be getting ready to put it in there, and she no, stop. And if you keep going, then they consider that rape. If you stop, then okay, fine, you move on, and then the next time she say yes, then you can make a move. But women have the right to change their minds. So, well, yeah, she might have been down with you or liking you or dating you or kicking it with you, and then as soon as she get to change her mind and you ain't the guy she care about no more, she get to stop. And then you could hear the arguments on the phone with him yelling at her. He mad. I can't believe you. Da, da, da. You dumbass. He going crazy because in his mind, he's saying, I spent time with you. Like, what are you doing? Why ain't you being 100%? But he don't know, as a guy, you just got to let a girl be. Like, all right, cool. Now, if he'd have turned his back on her, went back to work, got back focused, she would have been calling him more than what she was. But he calling her mad about some scenario. That means y'all personable. He got to cuss her out about something that they got in common or whatever they know about each other. And it's like, I'm yelling at you about this. That sounds like somebody who really do know somebody. Now you go ahead and you ask her to take $10 million and she say no. Who the F turning down $10 million? So she either got a plan or he really did something egregious and she want him to be held accountable. So it's not like he can just pay her off. It's like, no, hell no. What you did to me is what I'm finna, because we wouldn't know what he did. Nobody would know, obviously, because it's in their own two little private lives. So if something found out, if she comes out with this, real good evidence or real good story about something she claiming he did to her, nobody's going to fight back on that. They all going to believe it. We all going to say, damn, man, you did that to her? You know what I mean? Because really, you shouldn't even be talking to her. You 30-something years in her future. Like, why would you even know her? So obviously you thought you was just going to get some little, boom, 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 and get up out of there. But this is a wake-up call. And it's a wake-up call to all men because it's about trust. Now, all the beautiful women at ESPN, Fox, and all these podcasts, all these celebrities, all these people who probably invite him places like, yo, come here, man. We got the ladies at the Essence Fest going, whatever he been involved in. We got a wine tasting over here. He ain't interested in none of the chicks when he show up. It's beautiful women at all these places, grown chicks with apartments, houses, condos. He wants no parts of them. He like, look, where the OnlyFans little buzzer that I'm finna go over here and post up with her. She eat my ass and shit, man. Yeah, man, that's what she do, man. If anybody knew you was doing that to me, girl, everybody be, he probably said that to her 40 times. You eat my ass. Anybody would have found out you did this to me. You know what they'll say? And she was sitting back thinking like, ooh, yeah, okay. I got this nigga. You know what they're going to say? I'm going to figure that shit out because I'm going to put this shit out on your ass. That's why he feels so embarrassed about the information coming out because when you be intimate with a chick, it's private. It's like y'all thing. Like nobody in the room. It's just you and her. And so for a person, when she walk out of there to put your information or business out there, obviously that's a young woman's game because she ain't even 25. She like really young, not even 21 from what they saying. So she still got a young woman's mind. She like a kid. So you made this your boo-boo, and now you on her other side, like you on the bad side of her. And now she putting it out to the world. Like, this was this dude, this what he do, this what he like, and it's going to be embarrassing, man. Anybody that you find out about their sexual wants or cravings is going to be embarrassing because that's a private thing. Nobody really knows unless you're a person that, maybe work in that industry or something like that, then you got a different mindset. But most people in the global scheme of the world, all that shit's private. You wouldn't even know. So a celebrity being busted out and actually told on and being his personalized business out there and the girl, her background, who she is, it's two elements to being a celebrity. You got the celebrity with the money, like again, his trajectory with the Cat Williams interview, he had the whole world in his hand. All the websites talking about him. They want to interview him. They want to give him contracts. Nobody can see your future. Nobody can tell what's going to happen down the pipeline, but everybody lined up to make sure he had a big bank account and getting checks. But you're not guarding your brand. Your brand is like, they only really rocking with you because your brand and what it stands for. You used to be in the NFL. Now you've been on these news stations doing all kind of football commentary. Now you all on ESPN. You got your own podcast. You basically a hard-working person when it comes to media. But your personal life is going to be under scrutiny. So that's why when he was on there with Monique, which I played on my last video about this, she was saying, you need to just get you an old fat girl and just chill. And he was like, oh, man, why can't I just kick it and chill, because he couldn't see or foresee the type of women that's out there. You may be been working hard, or you may be in a relationship for a long time, and you think the girls is like they was when you was younger, or the girls you just gonna date her, or maybe take her to the fancy restaurant and she'll understand the type of dude or lifestyle you got. That's not what it is no more. You know what I'm saying? People do scams these days. People do hustles these days. And you'll be caught up in one, and it'll be a whirlwind before you find out what the hell happened. But like I said, when they go to sue, she's coming in there to get paid. She really don't care, and I don't even think the lawyer care if it's a true story. It's just the whole idea of, does it sound plausible? Does it sound like this could have happened? And then in two people's scenarios, he can go up there as much time as he want to and say that didn't happen like that. But at the end of the day, you tried to offer her money to shut her up. So it sounds like it did happen like that. Or why wouldn't you want the information coming out? Well, it's private information. Yeah, we know that, but you can't stop her from putting it out. Now, they make these people sign NDAs or whatever, stuff like that. That's what he should have been doing. But obviously, he thinking it's transactionary. Okay, she's on OnlyFans. I'm going to pay her fee. She going to come do what she says she do, and then it's over with. But just like anybody else, you pay for something, you can afford it, you want it more than once. You want it 5 times. You probably want it 15 times. And so you doing it as many times as you can because you could afford it. And now the girl and you have become more acquainted. More non-transactional, even though the business or relationship is still transactional. And now she know you a little bit, or she know where you live. She know what time you get off work. She know just little small things. And maybe you know back. You might know more about her. And now it's time to tell her how you feel. Like, no, you stupid mother, and now you letting it all hang out, and what it's going to look like to the normal person. You big 6'7", 6'5", muscle-bound bodybuilder yelling at a 19-year-old, 20-year-old frail trying to find her way because she don't want a 9-to-5 stripper girl on the internet. This is your counterpart. This your boo-boo. This your chick. And then she white. So you didn't walk past all these beautiful African-American women, all the women from down south, all the women from up in the big cities, and you just go find you a white girl from wherever the hell she from. And now you mad at her. You can't even just have that and be like, whoo, I came up. Now you're mad at her. You stupid ass, I'm going to kill you. When I choke you out. So it's like, dude, you literally are too personal with the stripper. Like, you too personal with the OnlyFans girl. Come on, you know she off IG, man. What are you doing? But he can afford it. So for him, it's like, no, you listen to what I say. You follow what the hell I say. And it's going to be on. And she got a trick, just like most women do. All that threatening and tough talking and trying to gangster her or whatever, showing her how she gonna do it your way. Guys go through that in relationships or at a certain point in their life. And then what the girl do? We all know across the world, she called the police. And what do? They come in there and arrest the man and be like, okay, well, cool. She thinks she's scared. You go to jail. Okay, she nervous. You made the kids cry. You got to stay outside the house tonight. That's how I go around the world. So he threatening her and making her threat. She ain't married to him. She ain't got no lineage to him, no connection to him. She ain't been his main squeeze for 5-6 years. 5-6 years ago, she was a 15, 17-year-old kid. So this is a new everything. And then you come up with her and thinking that, okay, cool, I'm going to go ahead and tell her how I feel. I'm going to cuss her out. That's going to threaten the girl, bro. Especially somebody who you have not been knowing for years. She don't even know the real level of your anger. She don't know if you'll exact the crime that you saying you want to do to her and choke her out in public, so he said. She don't know you. And what if you would do that shit? Or what if her experience from other guys, they actually did that shit? They wasn't just talking on the computer or talking on the phone. They went right over there and grabbed her ass and held her on the ground and did what the hell they was going to do, smacking her around, whatever they did. And now she's here. When she hear people talking to her like that again, it's like, hey, he don't know I just went through a domestic violence situation with Richard, but I'm calling the authorities because Richard came over here and did what he did, and they said they couldn't respond, blah, blah, blah. And so you threatening this chick because of y'all little personality situation not working out, but her experience with other guys making it like I'm finna bring the whole authorities down on this nigga because I don't even know what the hell you talking about. You gonna do something to me. And so when the people come and I'm gonna give you $10 million and shut up. Well, the people looking around like, it's better. It's more embarrassing and it's more of a win for us just to throw your name in the ground. So that now whatever you got in your bank account, you willing to walk over here and hand it over just so we can stop the onslaught. We don't care about no $10 million. That's a drop in a bucket. We'll get that $10 million and all this will go away. And it'll be NDAs and all that to sign, so we'll never bring this out to the public. But if we hold out, we might be able to get $40 million. You might have to go take a loan out from a bank to pay off this suit. So, even though it's nothing illegal what he did, because the girl is grown, she's not underage, even though it's not nothing really necessarily foul because it's a female, he trying to, get with a girl, like what every man, it's nothing wrong with these things. But the embarrassment of her age, the embarrassment of the audio of him coming out, jumping in her face and saying all the words he's want to do to hurt her, obviously not having context as to why he want to hurt her. Most times you see those kind of conversations is because the girl moving on. And the guy is like, nah, hell no, you still own me. If you leave me, I'm going to do this to you. So we really don't know the context of why he was saying those things to her. But whatever she says is going to be the ones that stick. Because he's the person who initially came out and said, hey, this was all a shakedown. Well, then why when they negotiated back? But the lawyer said they never negotiated back. They asked him, they told him the $10 million, and then they had an arbitrator or a mediator that was going to be the person, like a judge, who was going to be the person who would mediate between the two while they negotiating. And they said after they offered the $10 million to them, they dropped the video, almost like it was an insult. Like what? $10 million? Oh, okay. That y'all gonna play with us right now? Okay, put that video out of this. And so now it's like, whoa, wait, you didn't even come back with a counter number. Just negotiate. What do you want? But it's too late now. So it's like you offered us $10 million with this type of stuff out with your name on it and a $100 million contract down the pipeline. And she said, I want a $50 million suit. So now you're talking about all of the allegations coming out and all of the truth of what he supposedly have done, because now you got actual video audio of him yelling at her, of him getting in her face verbally. So now anything he said, he gonna sound like Diddy. This is not true. And then here come the video popping out of him beating the hell out of the girl. So that's the same thing with him. This is not true. And then he all on the phone saying, I'm gonna kill you. I'll choke you out in public. So what reason would you be saying that to the OnlyFans girl? What that anybody would beg that question. What could the OnlyFans girl do to make you want to beat her head in? Now we all want to know. So while that is a private thing and maybe it was something in y'all private love affair was the reason why you was yelling at her, well, now she released it to the public, and also the fact that you offered $10 million to shut her up. So now we want to know what the hell is all of the damn hoopla. We're going to be talking about it for the next few weeks trying to figure out what the hell is all of this hoopla in this dude's life. So he's not really astute mentally to me to handle this type of pressure from a girl who is really not even on his level in no capacity. But for him, I don't know if it was the sex or the prettiness or her body or, maybe just the fetish of probably wanting to be with a white girl. Like, that's happening in his life. It's happening in his mind. But to me, you had all these dope jobs with dope, beautiful white girls walking around with money, with their own cribs, with their own everything, and they all like you. And you walk past them and went and found some Scuzz bucket in the block, in the hood, and that's the chick you rock out with. But then when you rock out with her, she show you who she really is. Like, nah. I said, pay me. You can't. These are the moments when if a girl talking like that, you get off the phone with her in seconds. Like, what? I just met you. I literally met a girl like that. I was in I think Nashville, and she was cute, big, tall chick. I spoke to her. We exchanged numbers. The next day, or maybe 2 days later, we spoke, and I was like, well, she hit me upside the head. She was like, if you can't change my life with money, then what am I going to know you for? And I'm like, damn, I got to accept that. Because if I just met you yesterday, what the hell would I look like changing your life? I don't even know you like that. What your plight is, who are you, whatever. So I had to just fade up off of her and let somebody else get her, because she told me this on the first phone call. I'm not about to keep talking to you for a year and you already done told me your plight and what I'm supposed to be doing, and that ain't what I plan on doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just trying to get to know you. She was cute, and but again, matter of fact, I'm gonna tell you, she was young. Matter of fact, herself, She was like 25. And I was like 40 something. But it never went nowhere, but I'm just saying. But that just happens when you meet girls. You never know who you're meeting. But for some reason, he was able to keep this girl around who he met. And obviously it's because he had money. Because she said $25,000 for each cheek. Now, if you know her after that, then that means you either paying or you were about to pay. So he should have gave her the $25,000 and then got up out of there, because that's a big difference from $50 million. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I got on this, man. Let me know what y'all think. Appreciate y'all listening, liking, and sharing, and I'll be back at y'all in a minute.